Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us as we continue our conversation regarding Hurricane Dorian. We have a full press conference with multiple individuals who are here to give us these particular updates. But we have and want to introduce our elected officials who are joining us here today. We're thrilled they could be here with us. From the Orange County Commissioners, we have Commissioner Emily Bonilla, Commissioner Maribel Gomez Cordero, and Commissioner Victoria Siplin. We are also happy to have with us U.S. Congresswoman Val Demings, State Senator Randolph Bracey, State Representative Camilla Brown, State Representative Anna Escamani, of course, our Sheriff, John Mina, and Property Appraiser Randy Singh. We're glad that you all could be here with us today. Rick Singh, excuse me, not Randy, Rick Singh. Get them confused sometimes. Sorry about that, gentlemen. We're going to get started, of course, with our own mayor, Mayor Jerry L. Demings, who will give us an overarching update, and then move into our updates with the hurricane with our emergency manager, Keith Koch. Then we'll hear from Sheriff John Mina, our fire chief, James Fitzgerald, and then we'll have a word from the Red Cross from Janice Moran, who is the executive director of the Central Florida region for the American Red Cross. But we will start with our mayor, Jerry L. Demings. Mayor?
Good afternoon to all of you. Let me say thank you to all of those in the media who saw fit to come out to assist us in updating our community on the current track of Hurricane Dorian. I also want to acknowledge our local elected officials as well for their efforts in being here because of their concern for our mutual constituents as well. We are cautiously optimistic based upon the most recent track of the storm. However, we still have the responsibility to ensure that should the storm track change, that we are ready and prepared to deal with whatever the impacts are that may impact Central Florida here. You are here at the Emergency Operations Center, and I will tell you that we are fully staffed. We have met this morning to ensure that our current plans are relevant. We continue our emergency response and remain, let me back up here. We will remain closed for normal business on Monday and Tuesday of the coming week. We will evaluate whether we will remain closed on Wednesday or not based on the path of the storm. Although the storm is currently tracking off Florida's east coast, we must remain prepared for coastal evacuations as well, as they may impact Orange County. All Orange County shelters will remain open tomorrow, beginning at 8 a.m. There's a list of shelter locations on our website at www.ocfl.net/storm. We are looking at the shelter locations currently primarily in East Orange County. However, those that which were previously announced that would open in West Orange County, we're looking at the likelihood of not opening some of those shelters because of the current track of the storm. So stay tuned for additional information. We have received a tremendous response on our sandbag programs. Several locations have now closed. We have given away 150,000 sandbags to residents of Orange County. The John Young Parkway location is currently closed. The Blanchard Park and Bithlow locations will open until supplies run out. We again point you to our website at ocfl.net/storm for specific details on the sandbag locations that will remain open. I would like to take this moment to talk a little bit about the fuel conditions here within Orange County. Yesterday, we had a meeting here at the EOC with Governor DeSantis, and he reassured us that he has taken appropriate steps and measures to ensure that throughout Florida, Florida's fuel supplies remain adequate for the remainder of the storm period. Any further non-emergency questions can be answered by contacting our emergency hotline, which in this community is 311. Our non-emergency hotline, I should say, is 311. You can also download an app, the OCFL 311, for the most current update from county services. Our 311 hotline will remain open until 11 p.m. tonight, and we'll make adjustments with the times of operations going forward. If you are a person with special needs, you may register by calling the 311 hotline. We also have pet-friendly shelters for those who will need them. All shelters will open beginning on Sunday, tomorrow, at 8 a.m., those of the published shelter locations. I want to stress again that the locations that we have previously published will likely change. Again, regarding trash or garbage pickup throughout Orange County, we have suspended the garbage collection within the county on Monday and Tuesday. So we ask our residents not to put out trash or garbage to be picked up on those particular days. Our message to you is to be sure that your homes and your families have emergency plans and that they remain in place because of the uncertainty associated with the storm. This is vital for you to really ensure your overall family's safety. We are fortunate here in Orange County to also have a local government television station where we are able to give you up-to-date information. And so I would point you to the Orange TV site. You can access our local government television station through the ocfl.net/Orange TV. And you can also view Orange TV via the app on Roku in the education category. We're asking our residents to also pay attention to your weather updates on your local news channels. I will tell you that the most critical period of time that we are looking at here within Orange County is from about midnight on, I'm going to say Monday morning, Sunday night, to about 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Those are currently the most critical times for us in looking at the storm track itself. And so we will come back at some point tomorrow and give you an update on where we are, again, based on the track at that time. And so with that, I'm going to ask our emergency manager to come forward, Mr. Keith Koch, and then he'll be followed by Sheriff Mina and others at that time.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to commend our residents and visitors to Orange County for their preparatory actions they've already taken. It's been evident this week that people have heeded the preparation actions that we have stated, fueling up their cars, getting their emergency supplies, water, food, things like that. I've seen a lot of generators going out the door at the home stores and plywood. So we do want to commend them for getting prepared for this storm. As the mayor said, the track a little bit has changed over the past few hours. It continues to track offshore, headed north. It is a powerful storm, though, 145-mile-an-hour winds, which is a little under Category 5 capability. So we do want to watch it. It was not over. It can still change. As it changes out track, it can change back in. So we still need to stay vigilant and prepared in case it does continue to head more our way. With that, we have been looking at the shelters that we're going to open. We will be publishing that very soon. We are reducing the number of shelters. Primarily, we want to concentrate on the east side of the county, but we will have a shelter or so open on the west side for those residents that may experience high rainfall amounts, whatever needs they may have. We will be opening a total of 9 shelters, plus 2 special needs shelters. So we will have those published very shortly. You can find them on the county website. With that, I would like to turn it over to Sheriff Mina.
Thank you. The Orange County Sheriff's Office, men and women are ready and prepared for the storm. We'll make decisions on staffing depending upon the track at a later time. I do want to reiterate the message that our mayor said about using 311. Just talking with our dispatchers here in the communications center, if it's storm-related and it's non-emergency, please use the 311 system and not 911 system. But with that, there still are criminals out there who are going to prey on the residents here in Orange County. So if you see anything suspicious, please call 911 immediately. I have been in communications with our surrounding sheriffs. We all want to be on the same page in terms of a curfew. There's been no decision made on that yet, as in terms of the path shifting slightly. So we're going to keep an eye on that, and we will be sure to notify our residents the minute that we make a determination on any curfews. And so with that, I'll turn it over to Chief Fitzgerald.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here this afternoon. I want to assure all of our residents and guests of Orange County that the Orange County Fire Rescue Department is well prepared to respond to any activity that may affront us from the storm that's about to fall upon us. We have also spent the last 24 hours with 22 teams from Fire Rescue following up on all of our assisted living facilities. We've checked in on over 100 facilities to make sure that their emergency plans are in place and that those that need and have generators, that those generators are in operational form. The other major concern that Fire Rescue wants to make sure that we're asking everybody to pay close attention to is when we start to lose power and everybody starts to go to their generators, it's critical that we be very mindful of the safe operation of these generators. Do not run these generators in your homes. Do not run them in the garages. Do not run them close to open doors or windows. Every year we see the tragic events unfold as people are using these generators in ways that they're not supposed to be used. We really want you to pay close attention to that. That would be really appreciated. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Janice Moran, the Executive Director of the Red Cross.
Thank you. And thank you, Mayor Demings, for, and all your staff for supporting the American Red Cross. It is such an important endeavor. The Red Cross has been and will always be working with our local government officials as well as our community partners to meet those immediate needs of our communities. And at this time, the Red Cross has 60 tractor trailers loaded of supplies ready to assist and be positioned where needed, and over 600 trained disaster workers from around the country en route. That's on top of all the volunteers and disaster workers we already have in our area. We could not do any of this without the support of our local government, without our community partners, and without all of you. So thank you.
Okay, again, let me say thanks to all of our elected officials from both the federal, state, and the local community. They're all here. Should you have any questions for any of us, we certainly would respond at this time. So I'll open it up for any questions that you may have. Well, we're going to continue monitoring the track for the next 24 hours or so, and the closer we get to Monday or Tuesday, we'll have a better feel for exactly where the track of the storm will move to. In either case, tomorrow we likely will do another update around this same time tomorrow, where we will come together and give you the latest information and update that we have. We are still at, in terms of our Emergency Operations Center, we have moved to level 1 at this point, and so we will have staff here pretty much around the clock. Again, we're watching it very closely. We remain cautiously optimistic, however.
Mayor, is there anybody monitoring the 311 number that has advice on generator safety for any residents that may have any questions on how to safely operate?
We have general information that you will be able to receive through dialing 311. And again, if it's emergency-related information, we just ask that you dial 911 for those types of information. But again, on our website, we have various tips and suggestive information that is posted for anyone in the community. And I also point you back to some of the apps that we talked about, because those apps have information associated with them as well that will answer the types of questions that you raised. Okay, with that, thank you all again for being here, and hopefully we'll see you around this time tomorrow for another update.